Oh.
Right,
Thomas's O is like more like
Teenager therapy, because we have problems too.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Teenage Therapy. I'm Gael.
I'm Isaac. I'm Mark.
I'm Kayla.
I'm Thomas.
And welcome back to the podcast. You know, thank you for the support. You guys have been really supportive these past few weeks. So, you know, thank you for that. It's really cool to see you guys so engaged with us and like listening. That's I never get tired of seeing that. So thank you so much. And so many of you were asking for the beanies, but we'll save that for the end. So if you want updates, stay till the end. Anyways, so this week, we're finally on spring break and stuff. So
Whoa.
Woo. Hopefully we'll have like
Woo.
more time to do podcast episodes. So maybe you'll get a bonus episode.
Oh, are we gonna do that?
Do we feel a bonus
Yeah.
episode coming? I don't know. You'll have to find out later.
We should do
in
a
the week.
YouTube video.
Ooh, yes. You guys want to see
Yo.
YouTube videos, right? That'd be fun.
YouTube video?
Yeah, I think so.
That's crazy. You're feeling
Yeah.
spontaneous right now.
I'm so spontaneous. We're like so spontaneous. I don't know, man. Like we're just like out here doing videos. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of you guys have been asking for it because right now all it is just like the episodes on YouTube, like
Mhm.
because some people like to listen on there. But that'd be I'd want to do that. That's pretty fun. But Thomas, you wanted to talk about something this week, right?
Yes.
So what did you want to talk about?
This week, I had to give a speech in front of, this student body to become ASB president. And if you don't know what ASB is, it basically stands for Associated Student Body. And it's a group of like students that come together and they plan like homecoming and like the dances and prom and assemblies
It's
and
just
all
like
that.
a student government for like
Sure.
school, right?
Yeah, basically. And, if you have been listening to the past episodes, you would probably know that I'm pretty passionate about it, right? I'm pretty passionate about ASB. And I gave a speech on Tuesday. And then I found out the next day that I lost.
Speech for what?
ASB president?
Oh, you're running for president.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, I'm running for president.
Mm-hmm. And you were going against
Woohoo.
somebody?
Yes.
Is there like a lot of people there or?
Yes. Okay, so I had to give a speech within all the 7 periods that day. And then, so yeah, I basically presented to the whole school. So it was very nerve-wracking. I was very nervous.
Mm-hmm.
And I was about to vomit that morning up. Like, I felt sick. And then, I don't know, I was just really scared.
You did really good though. I thought you
Oh,
did really good.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. But yeah, like on Wednesday, I found out, and right when I found out, like, I was just like literally staring at the letter, and I didn't know what to do, and then my eyes got teary, like a little teary, and I started crying because like it just sucks because like I really wanted to be president, and then I worked a lot on my speech, and I wanted to make sure that like, and I don't know, like it felt like I built up all that courage and confidence to try and present and talk in front of the whole school, and then I end up losing, and then so I don't know, I just felt humiliated because a lot of people were really excited and like they looked forward to me becoming president. Like I told my brother about it, and then like a lot of you guys were even like wishing me luck on winning, and I don't know. And so when I found out I lost, it made me really sad. Like it made me feel so unworthy, like I wasn't good enough. Because even though I put a lot of credentials and everything, and I've been in ASB for 2 years while she's in 1. And also, I'm not bashing on the president. I'm great friends with her. I'm very glad she won. And there's no beef. There's no shade. I love her. She loves me probably. So, yeah. Nothing bad. But I was very disappointed when I found out I lost. and it just made me feel really bad about myself. So yeah, I felt really, really, really like, and then not only did that happen, like an event took later upon that week, and then like basically someone was just telling me that something that it was never gonna work out, and then just made me really sad.
Wait, what?
Okay, so basically, I find out about the election and I'm really sad.
Yeah.
Later that week, basically someone that I've been talking to, and they're like, "Oh, it's not gonna happen," and then so I get really sad about it because not only did I like lose to being president, and that's already like really humiliating.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't feel good enough. That person like just made me feel like I was never gonna be good enough. Like,
Yeah.
and I know like everyone, even though everyone like always encourages me and always tells me that that I should always know my worth. Like, it's easier said than done because even though you work so hard for everything and you put so much effort into all those things you do, and then in the end, for you to not achieve what you wanted, or it just does not happen, like, you get really sad about it, and then you just feel like you're never going to be good enough. And then not only do you not qualify for a position that you felt that you deserved, you also like feel like you won't ever be good enough for that one person. And so it was just really hard this week. Like, everything that happened, that I didn't really know like who to talk to about it, because it's just because everyone already knew that I was sad about losing the election. And like, I didn't want other people to like, I didn't want any pity. I didn't want people to feel bad for me. And so I didn't really talk to anyone about it. And I can't really ever talk to anyone about it because the person that I really did only talk about those kind of things with, like, they basically tell me that I'm not, that's not gonna happen. And then it basically reminds me that I won't be good enough.
So, have you always struggled with like this kind of thing of your whole life of never being good enough, and it's just kind of like?
Yeah, like my whole life, because my parents, they're very traditional Asian parents, and they always expect me to have those really good grades and go to a good college, become a doctor or a lawyer or a very prestigious job. And so like I've always struggled with that because it's just not something I'm passionate about doing. And then on top of that, my brother, he has done a lot. Like, he won homecoming king, and he was like vice president, and then he had really good grades. He was on the principal's honor roll. And like, when I went into high school, everyone always referred to me as Tommy's little brother. So I never really got to give myself a name. It was more like people didn't see me as Thomas, they saw me as his little brother. And so I never really got the opportunity to really be myself or get close with them.
So, because like you've never really felt good enough for anyone, because you weren't good enough for your parents and you weren't good enough to other people. So do you feel like your whole identity is basically just like shadowed by others and what others expect of you?
Yeah, like I have that problem where I really care about what other people think of me. Like, I really care about my reputation, and I really care about like the thoughts that goes through someone's head when they see me. I want to present myself as someone they would like, and I want to impress them. And like, when I don't, and especially when I try really hard or put a lot of effort into it and then it doesn't happen, like it just hurts.
So why do you think, to you, why does it matter to you so much what other people think? Do you want to look perfect to them, or do you want them to look up to you, or what is it?
Yeah, I guess like I just want people to look up to me. Not really look up to me, but I just
Be
want
proud of
people
you?
Yeah, be proud of me. But everything I've done, my parents never really congratulated me on anything. Like every time I did something that I was proud of, it was always just saying to try harder. And so I never really got any encouragement.
So do you think it'd be a lot better for you, if your parents or your friends would let you know that you're doing good? Because do you have a lot of doubts about that? Like, am I really doing good? Am I doing a good job right now?
In everything I do. Like literally everything.
So you find words of affirmation really valuable to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I see. And what about when people do tell you that they're proud of you? Like, how do you react to that?
I'm very appreciative of it. Like
Mhm.
it makes me really happy, and I'll probably can't stop thinking about it for the next day.
So,
Like, especially with like our listeners, when they give words of like affirmation, or like they compliment me, and then they tell me like, well, you're always good enough. Like I feel very inspired by you, and you're my role model. Like, it makes me really happy that they see me as that, because I never get that in person.
And is it more, when how do you think you would stop feeling this way? Do you think that like it's just a matter of like just having like every once in a while if someone tells you like, oh, you're doing a good job? Do you think like you need that to feel proud of what you've done?
I think right now, yeah. Eventually, over time, I hope I could kind of just get over it and just be proud regardless of whatever I did. And I didn't have to rely on what other people thought to really feel that I'm good enough.
Do you think that has like improved over like the past few years, or do you think it's just gotten worse? Or?
I mean, it hasn't improved a whole lot, but it definitely hasn't been as bad.
Have you ever had something that like you've done yourself that you've felt proud of without having someone like tell you like, I'm proud of you, and you've just known that you did something good?
Not exactly.
Why do you think that is? Do you think you've just like, is it just because you haven't like done anything, or you just haven't felt that way?
I think I've just, like, since I grew up, not really like feeling like anything I did was enough. It feels like nothing I do will be enough.
Have you guys ever felt that way? Like you need someone to constantly like remind you like that you're doing good? Do you ever feel like you're not enough?
I feel like the reason why a person might feel that way is because they're setting their goals, not for themselves but for other people. And that's why if you don't feel like you reach your goal, you're letting other people down.
Oh, that's interesting.
And then, whereas you set goals for yourself and then you achieve those goals, you don't need any other people's acknowledgement that you achieve those goals, because you set them for yourself. And if you knew that you set them for yourself and you achieved it on your own, then like you made yourself happy. And like what other people think, like it doesn't really matter to you, unless because what only matters is what you feel about it. That's my thinking.
Is that how you think for yourself? Like you set
No.
goals for yourself? Or?
No, that's just what I noticed. Like after observing Thomas's point of view, and like, yeah, like if you really do like Because I think with you, Thomas, is because you've always been like,
People pleaser.
yeah, or well, like people always have expectations for you. You set your goals for those expectations, and that's why you don't. If you don't reach those expectations, you let other people down.
Yeah, I see myself like setting goals and not really keeping what I wanted in mind. Like
Mm-hmm.
I set goals for other people,
Yeah.
and I always go out of my way to please other people.
Do you ever set goals for yourself?
I'm pretty sure I have like before,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't really think anything like major.
Mm-hmm. Or well, do you think it's major for you, or you don't think it's major for the other people?
I just don't think it's major for me.
Oh.
Trying to please everyone, has that ever worked out for you? Have you ever pleased everyone?
No, obviously not, because that's impossible to do. Even though you can, do every single thing that they ask you to do. You can't please everyone. They'll always find a problem to not be completely satisfied.
So why do you reach for an unreachable goal?
Honestly, don't really know. I guess like I just really want to be that person that everyone likes.
Why are you like setting such an impossible goal for yourself?
Well, I don't think I can change like the fact that I care so much about other people's opinion.
You don't think so?
No.
You think you'll forever care about what everyone thinks?
I mean, I think I'll always care.
Really?
Yeah. I think over time I'll still like feel really. I'll think of myself first, and I put myself first, but I don't think I'll ever really not care about what other people think.
I think this is I think that now that I see what you're talking about, I think this is rooted in confidence.
Yeah.
Because caring what other people think means you're insecure about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I don't it's not about like I always care what other people think about me for the rest of my life. I think once you get confident, I don't think that will matter to you anymore. Because like even if you just think of it, like it just doesn't make sense. Like if you're super confident in yourself and you know what you can do, you know what you can achieve, and you're happy with yourself, like why would you care that someone said you're bad at this? So I think I do think you'll grow out of it. Not necessarily grow out of it, but once you get more confident in yourself, I don't think you'll care that much.
Yeah. I actually remember a time. Like there was a period of time where I was really happy and like I felt like I had like everything together. Like I was very put together. Like my assignment, like my grades were. I was happy with my grades. I was happy with my friends. I was happy with everything. And I actually felt like I accomplished a lot of stuff, like this podcast, and like a lot of other things. But like over time, I think it just died down. Like it just disappeared. I'm not sure why though. So I think it maybe like just something that made me feel like I wasn't good enough.
And yeah, I see like all these problems really just go back to confidence. So why do you think are you insecure about yourself?
Yeah, definitely.
Why?
I don't know. It's just I think a major part in it is that my parents never seemed to be proud of what I did.
Well, going back to Thomas, like to some extent it kind of surprises me that like he has like confidence issues, I guess, because like when I think of him, like I think of him like in his brandy clothing, like looking so good. So, and then like when he's saying this, like it kind of like surprises me. But I don't know. I think confidence is just something you get over time.
How do you get confidence? Do you think you're confident in yourself, or do you think you feel insecure?
Some days I feel like really confident, and then some days I feel like more insecure. But I don't know why it fluctuates like that.
Do you think like it's a big problem for you too, or do you think you're pretty like okay with yourself?
I think I'm okay. Like I'm not like oh my god, I look so good. But I'm
Yeah.
not like horrible.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of okay, I guess.
And like, do you know like anything you've done, or what do you think for you helps you gain confidence?
Maybe like going back accomplishments. That makes me feel good because like, wow, I did that. I can do anything.
Yeah.
You know, my clothes.
Yeah.
Thomas, your brandy clothes. I don't know. And again, words of affirmation.
That helps.
Yeah.
Isaac, what about you? How do you feel about this whole thing?
Well, Kayla said she was surprised by Thomas about his brandy clothes, but I thought he wore it because he wasn't confident.
What do you mean wore it?
The clothes.
Because he wears clothes?
He wants to wear nicer clothes so he feels more powerful.
Oh, I see. So you think it's like the equivalent of buying like expensive clothes so you could feel like good about yourself?
Not expensive, just nice.
Right. So because he wanted like nice clothes, you thought.
No, it's appearance.
His
Like when you
appearance.
talked about on the other podcast.
So you think, so like because his appearance mattered so much to him, you thought he'd feel like a little insecure about it?
Yeah.
What about you?
Me, I honestly don't care, but yeah, sometimes like I'm just like a certain level, but it can only go up. It doesn't really go down. My confidence level, I just don't care.
You just don't care about your confidence level?
Nothing can bring it down.
Oh, do you think you're like pretty confident with yourself, or do you feel insecure?
As in like what part?
Everything. Like overall, do you think you feel like you're a confident person, or do you think you're like insecure?
Sometimes the way I act, no.
Oh, so the way you act is the only thing you're kind of like not very confident about.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with it? Like personally, what do you think helps you feel confident or helps you stop feeling so insecure?
For me, since I said it was the only way I act, I'm just quiet. I don't really try to solve it. I'm just quiet.
So when you feel insecure, you just get put down?
Yeah. And then the next day, I'm just normal again.
So
Or like someone makes me happy, and then I start talking again.
So you just ignore the problem.
Yeah.
Why?
Because solving is not that easy. It's hard.
Isn't it like isn't it like tiring for you to constantly have to just suppress
it's a reality check.
Yeah. So you just don't even deal with it. You just kind of like let it hopefully goes away.
Yeah, because eventually it just goes away and I get tired of it.
So you just get tired of feeling that way and then you're like done.
Yeah.
Oh,
I adapt.
you adapt. Mark. Mark, I didn't ask you, but like, do you think you feel insecure or confident? Like how do you feel?
How do I feel?
Yes.
I mean, of course, like some days, like Kayla and Isaac, I do feel confident, but then some days I'm insecure about myself.
Is it like a major issue for you?
It could be sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, when like an event happens to me, and that's when like my insecurities really show, and that's when I really get closed off from everybody else.
So, I mean, I think it's obvious. We all have insecurities.
Yeah,
and there's days we feel
definitely.
confident, and there's days we feel insecure. But like, what I'm trying to say is most of the time, is it a big issue in your life feeling that way? Do you think you spent more time feeling like insecure about some of your aspects than feeling confident yourself and feeling okay with yourself?
I only notice it in group settings,
Why?
cause that's what I'm insecure about.
What do you mean? What are you insecure about?
I'm not really acknowledged like I'm not really part of the conversation,
Mm-hmm.
and like I can't contribute to the conversation
Mm-hmm.
because whatever I say, I don't really see the worth of what I say.
Oh,
So it could be like a self-worth thing.
yeah.
So like someone values another more than you in the group.
Yeah, or like I just don't feel as valued as everybody else.
I feel you, Mark. That's like
Yeah,
another
Mark,
thing.
that was like spot on.
Yeah.
Really.
But that's what I think. Like that's what confidence is.
Mm.
Confidence is when you realize your own self-worth and what you're capable of, and that you're that B word. You're that big, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like once you realize like you know what you can do, and you know that you're awesome, you're cool, you're all that, I feel like that's when you don't care about everybody else, and that's when you know.
Yeah. Yeah, confidence is such a hard subject because you can't there is no one like a set formula on how to be confident. There isn't like a 3-step plan on how to gain confidence in 3 easy steps, right? It's such a complex process that varies with each person. Like somebody could feel confident with the things they do. Someone could feel confident with the way they look. It just depends on what you're insecure about and what you think of yourself. And that's the hard thing, because when someone is struggling with, feeling insecure, like what do you think would be like the best way to go about it? Do you think it'd be to give it time, to actively like give them words of affirmation? What do you think leads to confidence and building confidence in someone?
I feel like words of affirmation for sure, because like once you hype somebody up, you really feel good, or like the person that gets hyped up, you really feel good about yourself, and that could be like a quick little ego boost or a quick just little confidence boost.
Don't you think those are like
Wait, I was about to say, like that's good too, but I feel like you should also tell yourself affirmations.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Like
Mm.
I think you shouldn't rely on other people.
Mhm. I feel like that's a temporary solution.
Yeah, it is, because like that feeling will only last so long.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Until the compliments stop, and then you're like,
Mm.
oh no, what if something's wrong?
Exactly.
I'm not looking good anymore. It's a hard thing.
Well, what I was going with it is like after that, maybe get them to do the little things, like maybe like talk to somebody, like a new person each day, or like maybe in group settings, like maybe you can be the one to initiate the conversation. Just start off small,
Mm-hmm.
but of course, like with their insecurities, they're not gonna do that. So that's why, just by hyping them up, just by complimenting
Encouraging them,
them,
yeah.
encouraging them, exactly, encourage them to be confident.
I think in this case, maybe it's a lot of like fake it until you make it.
Yeah,
Because, I mean, if you fake confidence for long enough, do you think eventually you'll feel confident?
of course. Because when you're faking confidence, you're challenging your insecurities, and then once you beat your insecurities, I don't think you're gonna be insecure. Meaning, you'll be confident.
Thomas, like, how do you think, like, what helps you? Like, you are, like, fundamentally, like, insecure about yourself, you feel like you aren't enough, and you said it like, it was because of your parents and the relationship you've had with them since you were a kid. So, being raised your entire life and feeling insecure and feeling, bad about yourself, what do you think, like, would help? Like, what would help you? Would words of affirmation? Like, what would lead you to feel confident for like for the rest of your life, not just a temporary like ego boost that will like make you feel good and then just it's gone?
Well, it's definitely like it'll take time, to get over my insecurities and then start to really see myself the way I want others to see me. And obviously, like, I don't want to be so hard on myself. And so maybe, and also, words of affirmation would be nice.
I think for you, what if you just tried to sort of block out everyone else and just focus you. Like, if you think you look good in this, you stop asking, like, does this look good? Is this good to you? Because when you do that, it's putting all your value and worth on another person's opinion, and everyone's opinions changes. Like,
Yeah,
someone
I
could think you
always
look good.
ask other people for their opinions on stuff.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's what I noticed. Like, you always ask, like, does this look good? Does that look good? And I usually try to tell you, like, how do you feel? Do you think it looks good? I don't like giving you my opinion, because if I don't like it, like, that's a super, like, easy and sensitive question to ask, because if you ask that and they don't like it, like, there goes your confidence. Like, if you ask someone, does this look good, and they say no, like, instantly you'll just bring your confidence down by a ton. So every time you ask people, like, does this look good? Is this okay? Can I do this? How about this? Like, are you proud of me? I feel like when the issue with you is that you keep putting, like, your value on other people, and that's how you get it. So what if you tried to not ask people, like, how they feel about it, and if you feel good, that's all you should think about. Like, I feel really good in this. And even if someone thinks you look bad, it doesn't matter, because, like, it's not like people are going to go out of their way to tell you, like, that looks terrible. They might be like, I don't really like it, but those are, like, kinds of comments you can't avoid. So it's just about blocking them out, So what I feel like, maybe you should try that. Just try to not ask people what they think of it. It's just leave it up to you. Like, just you make your own decisions. If you think it looks good, then wear it, and stop, like, thinking that you need to have a second opinion, because that second opinion is just going to make you doubt yourself.
It's gonna be hard.
It is.
It's gonna be really hard, because, like, all your life you've been putting value in others, and just changing up that mentality.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna take a lot of time, but maybe just start off small.
Yeah, just try,
just for
like,
now,
just try not asking, like, does this look good?
and then you'll progressively
Mm-hmm.
gain confidence.
I think so. What do you think, Thomas?
Yeah, I agree. Because, like, I do ask, like, other people's opinions on things, especially my outfits, and I don't know, like, I get, like, discouraged when they say it's ugly, but then again, I still want, like, to see how they feel about it, I still want to see the improvements, or, like, the things that make the outfit ugly.
Well, I think in your case, you should wait until you feel more confident in yourself, until you ask others people's opinions, because even if that's your goal, like, that's still gonna make you sad, isn't it?
When it comes to, like, outfits, I don't get as sad, because, like it's understandable, like, outfits, not everything looks good, and so when someone, like, criticizes, like, a fit, then I wouldn't really get sad over it. But if they, like, criticized, like, I don't know, like, maybe, like, the way I'm acting, then I would, like, definitely get really sad. Or, like, something I made, like,
Yeah.
let's say no.
Well, try to just start small. Just don't ask people if it looks good or not. If you think it looks good, then leave it at that, because I think that'll make you less reliant on people.
Okay, going back to, like, what Thomas was saying, how he always asks people and stuff. I didn't, like, is that part of being insecure?
I think a little bit, not always. If it's like, does this look good? And then they're like, I don't like how that looks, and you're like, yeah, I could see it, and then you're like, it's not a big deal to you, then I don't think it would. But if like, someone's telling you it doesn't look good, and then you'd be like, so it looks bad? Oh no, it looks terrible. All right, I'll change. I feel like that's being insecure about it.
Oh, so, like, you let their opinions, like, run your, like, actions?
Like, if they think it's ugly, then you think it's ugly. But Kayla, what are you insecure about?
Well, I asked the question because like I overthink so much, and
Yeah,
Thomas
yeah.
can advocate for this.
Really?
So does that count?
Well,
Because it probably does.
overthink what?
Everything.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, It could be something so small, but it'll be on my mind like all day.
Actually, I think that might be because you're insecure.
Yeah,
Because
that could be.
like.
Oh,
you
I'm always
overthink
second
everything.
guessing.
Yeah, you're second guessing about everything you've done. Like, you could be writing an email and you could second guess every single thing. Like, I don't know, you just second guess everything.
Oh.
And I think it might be because you're insecure.
Oh, I think it might be because I'm not confident in my abilities. Maybe.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I'm like, oh, what are other people going to think of this?
Well, I don't know if I would see that necessarily as insecure. I think-
Maybe.
yeah.
Like in your self-worth. Like
yeah.
if you don't think what you're doing is like good enough, then like, and you're always second guessing about yourself, it could really be like a self-worth thing.
Well, if it affects you to the point where like it's everything and you feel like you need like others to tell you like, no, that's good, then maybe.
But it's not like others telling me. It's just kind of my own actions, or like, what am I gonna do? You know?
I mean, it says that you're just not confident
Yeah.
in the things
maybe.
you do.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's an insecurity thing.
Yeah, personally, I wouldn't see it as like being insecure in yourself.
Yeah, because like, does no confidence equal insecurity?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, no.
I mean,
No.
You don't always have to be insecure to be like. I mean, you don't always have to be confident to be confident. Like you can still have those kind of self doubts at times.
Yeah.
But in Kayla's like sense, like I can see her overthinking about a lot of things, even when like there's really no need to. I think that's why I think that it might be an insecurity, and that she might be like kind of scared of like whatever she's doing,
Hmm. What do you think is the difference between confidence, self-doubt, and insecurity? Is self-doubt an
Yeah, I get
insecurity?
confused with like the three
Because
sometimes.
I'd say being insecure would be wanting to hide that part of yourself. I think having self-doubt is questioning your self-worth. Having self-doubt, could that be an insecurity? I'm insecure. No, those are two separate things, right?
Wait, insecurity and self-worth, those are two separate.
And self-doubt, like
I feel like self-doubt is an insecurity. Because
they're all interrelated.
yeah,
Because wait, what were the three?
because I feel like if you're insecure, that means you have no confidence, and if you
No.
have no confidence, you have self-doubt. That's how I look at it. Like that's how it's like.
But
connected.
sometimes they don't always go hand in hand.
Like what? Like what do you mean?
Okay, you're saying self-worth and
I'm
insecurity.
saying confidence, self-doubt,
Oh,
and
self-doubt.
insecurities.
Because how would self-doubt and insecurities?
Because
You're insecure about like
you're
My
insecure.
self-doubt, yeah.
You're insecure about.
your self-worth.
You're
Yeah.
insecure.
You're insecure. You're insecure. You're insecure.
Okay, right.
You're insecure about yourself, that you're not worthy, right? Or self-doubt, because when it's self-doubt, you don't believe in yourself.
Isaac, how do you feel about this? Do you know what an insecurity is?
It's something you wanna like hide from others.
You told me like you don't really know like what an insecurity like is, or like what self-doubt really means and stuff.
Yes, I don't really talk to people about their problems.
Why not?
It just doesn't happen.
Are you uncomfortable with that?
No, I just don't want to share my problems
Why not?
because I don't know. I just find it awkward.
You tend to hide away from like the serious parts about yourself. You always like to be laughing, and like when you're in an uncomfortable situation, you tend to like close up and just try to like get out of it by like laughing about it or something. So why do you think you're so uncomfortable with it and talking about things that you personally have a problem with?
Just talking about our problems. I don't know. You guys are like the first I've actually talked to about it.
Mm-hmm.
The first people I've talked to it about it.
And what's the biggest problem you have with yourself?
People valuing others over me.
So you question your self-worth?
Yeah.
Why?
It's hard to do without giving a specific example, but like you're in a group and then everyone rather talk to someone without you, or you have to engage a conversation and they can't do it themselves. But then when there was someone else, they'll do it instantly.
Why don't you want to give specific examples?
Because I don't want to.
Are you scared of what they might think?
No, I just don't want to do it because
You're scared of
I can't
causing...
understand why they would do that.
Does it involve other people? Does it involve us?
No.
Us?
No.
So, I think, are you scared of causing conflict?
Yeah, because I feel like it'll be resolved by itself.
No. You see, yeah, you have this attitude of, if I just let it be, it'll fix itself. If I just leave that alone, eventually I have to grow out of it, or it'll grow out of itself. I noticed you've done that for a while, and yeah, that's something I've always like wondered about you, because I always see you get upset when people, when you feel like you're less than others, or like when you feel like you don't belong somewhere, or like you shouldn't be here. You kind of tend to hide away, and you basically run from it. Like, I've noticed every time you feel like you don't belong, or as soon as you feel any kind of self-doubt about your presence and importance, you just run from it, and you just like get out of it as like quick as you can. But has it solved itself?
No.
Why?
Maybe for like, because the people aren't even aware of the problem, so it just
Exactly. So tell us about the problem and the people.
it's so many. It's like
So
on a
how about
daily
us?
basis.
How about us?
You guys are fine.
Are you sure?
Are you sure? Do you have
Yeah.
any problems
Don't
with
be
us?
afraid to call us out.
Yes.
No, you guys are fine.
Are you
I don't
sure?
think so.
Because I'm pretty sure we all have problems with each other.
I think so too.
I'll give an example of someone else from like the class.
Why?
Because I just don't get it. Like, a girl ignored me, and then she apologized for ignoring, but like, I didn't want to stoop myself down to her level. That's like my saying, but I did, and I ignored her.
No. Yeah, you do that a lot, right? Like, you, even when someone does something wrong and they apologize, you still kind of like...
Cause like, how do they expect me to treat them the same after what they did to me? That's just mean.
It's not always intentional. It's not always like they purposely went out to go after you. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Wait, did she ignore you on purpose or?
Yeah, if she apologized, I'm sure. it
And
wasn't
then
on
I'm pretty
purpose.
sure she was like worried about it, and
Yeah.
then that she didn't
I
really
honestly
mean
don't know.
to.
Because that has happened to me too. Like, sometimes you say things you mean, but then later you say like, no, that was just a joke. But I'm pretty
Well,
sure like those
okay,
aren't jokes,
Well,
and you just want to cover it up.
well,
'cause you
her
don't wanna-
ignoring me
you
wasn't
wanna avoid it.
like wasn't that bad. Cause I'm not mad, and I know why. But like, some people do it like unintentionally, and it's just bad. Like people unintentionally do something bad. It's like one of the worst things.
So, I want to give one specific example that like really stood out to me with me and you. That was like, that one time like you wore blue pants for the first time, your bomb beans,
Yeah.
right? And so from my point of view, when like personally I wear something that's out of my comfort zone, I find more comfort in like being subtle about it and not having everyone like, whoa, what is that,
Me either.
right?
Okay, for me either. I know what you're trying to talk
Yeah.
about, but that one was a joke.
Let me explain it. So
Wait, what happened?
So, I personally find comfort in not having everyone tell me like, whoa, what is that? That looks great. It's just like, that's how I think of it. And that day, that's why like I didn't make a big deal out of it. Like, whoa, Isaac, what is that? Like, I didn't compliment you, but I just didn't say anything about it because I thought maybe that like that's what you would prefer, since you seem to be pretty like more shy when it comes to being like in the spotlight, right? And I remember like we were all together, and then like everyone was like, "Oh wow, Isaac, you look so good," and then you were like, "Thank you." I was like, and then like I don't know why you said it. I think someone just brought something up, and then you were like, "Yeah, but Gael just doesn't know how to give compliments."
No, it's because like what you said was insensitive.
What?
What did you
You
say?
were like, well, you know what you said.
Yeah.
I think Thomas was like, Isaac, it looks good, and then you were like, no, Thomas didn't say anything. I think it was Kayla. It was Kayla. And then you were like, "Oh, really? I don't know. I didn't really expect it or something." Or like you said something like really weird.
No,
like,
so what I did,
I don't know.
Kayla was like, "Isaac, I still like can't get over you wearing like blue pants," and then I was like, "I kind of got used to it. I see it now." Like that was me. That
I remember.
yeah,
But you did not say I see it now. Like you said.
yeah.
It's
I
so
said.
Weird.
I think the thing I said was, I don't know. I got used to it. I said that. I was like, I got used to it.
Yeah,
right?
that was bad.
to
Really
me-
bad of you.
Why was it bad?
Cause look, let me explain. Like to me, that was like me being like, yeah, like it's normal. It's not like a huge like out of the art. Like it was me trying to like comfort you and be like, yeah, like I'm used to it. Like I could see you wearing it. But what did it?
I felt like you were putting me down
Why?
because they're like, it looks good. And you're like, really? Well, it's like, but blue pants are like normal. Like, what's the deal?
Oh, so it's like he brought down the value of you trying
Yes.
something new.
Oh,
Okay.
see,
But like, I wasn't
Alright.
really mad about it. I was just like, wow, guy, you can't even get a compliment.
you were like, this is what you did. So I said that, right? And then Isaac was all like, thank you guys. And then I said that. I was like, oh, I kind of got used to it. And then Isaac, like, he had a serious voice, a blank face. Don't interrupt right now. I don't want you to say anything.
Go.
You had a blank voice, a blank face, and you were just like, yeah, but I can't really give compliments. And then you walked away and like you ignored me, and I was like, Isaac, you just walked away from us, like right there and then. And then I was like, what? Like what? And like I know you keep saying like it wasn't even a big deal, but the way you said it, and now that I see like you saw it in negative, I think you're trying to hide the fact
No, I
that.
think mine's like half and half because I really saw it as a joke, but I was still like kind of like.
But it
why
was
didn't-
rooted in like actual.
But I was still
despise.
like, why didn't you do
Yeah.
that? But I wasn't that mad about it.
Well, the way you said it, you seemed very mad about it. Like you were literally like, "Yeah, I know, but I can't give a compliment." And then you walked
And
away.
the walk away thing, I wasn't alone. I walked with my other friend.
You usually walk with us, right?
Yeah.
And you could have. We always all walk together, but you just walked away. And then that's why I was like, okay. And then later, like I was like, I'm sorry, Isaac. And you were like, I know, it was just a joke. But like that's what I mean. Like you just, I feel like you just want to like avoid the conflict. Like you want to, like you've been avoiding conflicts you have with people for so long that you just want to, that it's kind of like you want to tell them, but you don't want to cause problems. So you've just like got tired of hiding it. So you try to play it off as a joke. So you could like share your feelings, but avoid the consequences of doing that.
Or Isaac, sometimes I feel like you, or I don't know if it's unintentional or you do it on purpose, but sometimes you do call people out, but you cover it up with,
As a
I'm
joke.
just kidding.
Yes.
Who do I call out?
All of us.
Yeah.
Or yeah,
Yeah.
you
No,
call a lot of
that's
people.
not
all
a
of
joke.
us.
It's like those jokes that are rooted with real issues.
Yeah,
Like Mark
exactly.
does it too. I think all of us do it at one
I do
point.
it. I feel like I do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you do
'Cause
it?
I always feel like if it's that big of a problem, I'd talk about it. But
I mean, but like, do
What-
you talk about it though?
no.
Oh.
Because are you trying to say it's not a big problem so you could avoid talking about it?
Okay, I guess it's a problem.
Yes, I think so too. Cause yeah, like what you do is you like we're all like joking around and then you're like, well, you don't even support me, anyways, and then you like kind of be like, I'm just joking. What are you like? Why are you mad? I'm just joking. Like, how can that be a joke? Like that's what I don't get. Like what's a joke to you?
For me, it's just calling out.
It's just calling people out and telling them like, you don't even support me.
Well, it's not really like saying you're doing something wrong. It's just like a roast
A roast
towards myself.
towards how they treat you.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to like make them feel the way they've made you
It's
feel.
like a mechanism for me. I just say it.
I think you're just trying to cope with it. So like, what's the problem you have with this?
Me. Like, do you have a problem with me?
No, Mark, you're fine.
I mean, Are you sure?
Yeah, Mark's
Because
fine.
you said that with Gael, but
No, Mark.
there was obviously a problem with. Are you sure?
Yeah, there's literally nothing.
What's the problem with me?
There's literally nothing with you, Mark. You have nothing to do
Like
with this. Don't worry.
nothing.
No,
Okay.
you're fine.
What are some problems with me? You know you have them.
Well, I can't think of any with you.
I cut you off. I feel like that would be a problem because I think you mentioned it once in your jokes.
Cut me off what?
Cutting you off like something, or like not valuing your opinion.
No. I
Are
don't
you
think
sure? I
Yeah.
feel like you've joked around about it.
No, okay, that was probably a joke, but no, I don't think that.
It's okay, Isaac, if you have a problem with us or like with other people. But what's not okay is that to keep it to yourself and
Yeah.
just to let it happen. Because of course I want to help you, Isaac. And like if you have a problem, I want to help you with it. And if it's with me, of course I want to help you with it. But you gotta help me help you by identifying the problem and tell us about it.
Communication. You gotta communicate your problems.
Because
with
we
us.
care about you, Isaac.
And
we really do.
if anything, like you telling us about the problems you have with us just shows how much you care and like actually value our friendship. Because like if I have a problem with someone that's like my partner in a class, I'm not going to confront them about it because I don't care about them. I couldn't care less if like I have a problem because I know like eventually like I won't see them. But if it's with someone I truly care and that like I want to have a friendship with and I want to like you know feel happy with, then I'm going to tell them about what I don't like because that just shows that I value the relationship we have and I want to do my best to preserve it. You know? So like what do you think would be like one problem that you really like has been on your mind? Because we all have it. It'd be pretty like unrealistic to say like we have never done anything wrong. Maybe at the beginning when we barely knew each other, but I think now it's pretty understandable.
Because the problems happen and then I just try to forget about them.
That's the issue.
So, they're hard to remember.
That leads to a lot of deeply rooted like despise towards someone. Like if you notice like sometimes you act like petty towards someone for no reason, that's usually because there's like a small despise towards them at heart. And there's something about them that's been bothering you, but you just like hide it away because you don't want to cause conflict, you know?
I know it's annoying because things that are so small can like spark it.
Right. That's like having small things be a big deal. It's just because you have rooted things inside it. Well, you know,
like the same thing occurs.
yeah.
So like when the small thing happens, it's like again, really.
Mm-hmm. And you don't have to like tell us the problems right now. It's just something to keep in mind for the future. And like if you ever feel unappreciated or you have any sort of issue with us, if you ever have any sort of issue with us, like tell us about it. It's not causing conflict. It's not anything. It's just about knowing that like we're willing to listen to you and we care enough that we want to do our best to make sure you don't feel the way you were feeling. Fun fact, we just took like a 15-minute break, so I don't know what we were talking about the last time. That like
we're probably so serious.
yeah, we're probably
Yeah.
so super serious, but like if the mood is totally different because we took like a bathroom break, a snack break, like a Mark saying a break, so the mood's a little different.
Yeah.
Anyways, we were talking about people like disliking me, and I was really interesting to that because there's like a lot of like a few people that dislike me and like people that I don't even talk to. So I was curious from your point of view, like why do you think people wouldn't like me?
I think maybe you can come across as like standoffish.
What does that mean?
Like you don't want to talk to people.
Oh no, I
Like
agree
you want to
with
be
that.
left alone.
Yes, I agree with that. Like I told Mark that like even with people I'm
did?
like really close with, like I don't say hi to them. Like when I pass by them, like I try to
Oh.
not like avoid them because like
Yeah.
it's just like it's not that I don't want to say hi or anything. It's just it's like a lot of work
Really?
to like be like, hi Kayla.
Hi.
Like with you guys I could do it, but like with other people that like I'm close with but I'm not like super close,
Like Keanu.
like Keanu.
Yeah, like when you walk
Mhm.
by, you wouldn't say hi.
Yeah, and it's not like our friendship
Why don't
doesn't
you
mean
just put
anything.
up your hand and say
Hey,
hi?
Or a smile.
That's what I do.
Just-
That was really easy.
If I'm close to
Yeah.
them, I'll be like hi, but like I'll do my best to like,
Just-
steer away from
It should
everyone.
come
It's
really
just a
naturally,
sign
though.
that you.
I know.
That you
recognize
care.
them.
That's
Yeah,
why I think
exactly.
that's why like I like if you know how like some people you meet them in one class and then the next class you're split up, but like you usually still like talk to each other because you say hi to each other. I think I lose a lot of like friendships because I just stop talking to them and I just kind of ignore them. And it's not like I don't know. I think it's just like damn it. It's just a lot of like
Work.
hi. Like
Oh my god, that's like the smallest thing you can do, but
I
that means
know.
Wait,
so
so
much.
because you know how Isaac was saying that somebody ignored him,
Uh-huh.
so that's kind of
Yeah,
what you did
maybe.
to Isaac.
I
Well, it's
guess.
not saying that you did it to Isaac, but
yeah, it's just like sometimes like I just don't say hi to anyone, and it doesn't mean like I'm mad or anything. It's just like I don't know, man.
I just think that kind of gives off the impression that you're not that close. That you're like you don't feel that close. to
Yeah.
them.
yeah, I
Like
know.
when I walk by somebody and they don't like we know each other, right? And we don't say or he doesn't say hi, the person doesn't say hi. I get the feeling that we're not that close.
Maybe I just don't like. I don't really like holding off to like friendships that like I'm not really invested in. Like we're casual friends, but maybe that's I think that's why. Like if I know that like, because I don't know, I have a hard time with friends because a lot of people just aren't interesting and they just are like super boring and just either annoy me or they just have like nothing interesting to say. So those kind of people, like I tend to just be like casual friends with, but I don't like. It's just to me that it's just like it's not worth the effort to like, hi, how are you? Hi, girl. It's just like, damn it. I'd rather just like, if they say hi, like I'm still their friend. It's not like I hate them. It's just, I'm not. It's just a lot of effort that I could put towards something else. I guess it's so weird. But yeah, I agree. Like it comes off so like.
Yeah.
Like I'm just alone with my hoodie on, my AirPods on, my $160 AirPods on, just walking past everyone. But like, why else would like people? Because yeah, people tell me that like I'm pretty like unapproachable. Because I always look mad too. Do I look mad?
Yeah.
sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, why would close friends not like you, or
Like, why would people like that? Like, if you've never seen me, like, what would you feel like?
also you're a stranger?
Mm-hmm. Or someone I know, like maybe I know Thomas's friends, but they don't like me.
Because you like to argue a lot,
Mm.
and so if they ever tried you, you would always fire back
Mm-hmm.
with something.
I think that leads to like despise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it's just what other people have told them about
Oh.
you.
Oh
True.
yeah. You know, I don't like when people do that. I tend to like try to be like as open minded as possible. And even if someone's like, yeah, well, my friend told me that they did this, so I don't even like them. I try to be a little more like unbiased and be like, well, you know, that person could be lying. Like it's so easy to ruin someone's reputation. Like right now, if I like went out and told everyone like, dude, nah, like Mark's a terrible person, dude. He's a terrible friend. People would
Yeah.
believe it. And like, I could just completely make up that lie and ruin, like basically make everyone go against you. And no one would second guess it. Because they just basically go off the first thing someone says. So I try not to do that and not be too freaking like judgy and go off everything someone says about someone because you don't know them in the end. But yeah, I agree. I think a lot of people do that. Thomas, don't like a few of your friends do that to me?
I mean, I wouldn't really know. Not like they talk to me directly about it.
But like you get like the impression that they don't like me.
I mean, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Why? Why do you get that impression?
They just kind of have this energy and this look whenever like you're approaching me or like whenever you're around.
Or they close off.
Yeah.
They like stop talking, or
Yeah.
He's here.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking that you're like dominant.
Dominant.
Yeah, and like they feel
Intimidated.
intimidated by
scary?
you. Yeah.
No. Oh.
People
I mean,
are not
yeah.
scary.
Yeah, I don't think
Kyle,
you're scary.
sometimes, like if I was like a random stranger and then I saw you, I would kind of be, like, ooh, he's
Macho.
he's a man or he's dominant,
Yeah. Yeah, of course, yeah. Isaac, what about you? Do you think I'm scary?
Yeah, because you're tall.
That could be it too.
Maybe.
You're tall.
My
But
voice is
sometimes
deep.
you don't
You're
dress
loud.
scary. You're like shorts and like a yellow.
Yeah.
Maybe they're scared of your mustiness.
I was like the
you know?
least intimidating person. I had like pink hair, blue hair. I wore a
Yeah,
yellow
that
hoodie
too.
with black shorts and white shoes. Like,
And slides.
yes, right? Like, what's so scary about that?
No, but like your accomplishments. You're going to the gym. You made a podcast.
But they're a stranger. They don't know that.
oh,
But
Well,
I
I was
feel
talking about like Thomas's friends.
Oh.
Like if you approach them and like they know that you've done great things and maybe
they feel like I feel like I'm superior to them.
yeah. That's what I was
Oh.
thinking. I don't
Yeah.
know the word. Yeah.
That's true.
Dang.
Yeah.
I just have like scary looking face.
Nah.
People say I look mad all the time.
You just look serious.
It's your eyebrows.
I look serious.
Oh, I mean
What
not
are you-
not in like a mean way.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah.
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 Damn. Well, that sucks. I promise I'm not mean at all. At least most of the time. Only when I get a little upset. But most of the time I think I'm pretty nice. That's why I have to raise my voice a lot. Because like I have to like really raise my voice so I could be like a little more friendly. Because I feel like my voice is too deep, and if I talk in my normal voice,
Do you
I
really
just
talk
sound
like that though? You don't
I
really
don't
talk like that. What's
How?
your normal voice?
I'd say this is my normal voice. Like if I'm just being like myself, this is my normal tone and voice. And like Thomas tells me all the time that like I always have a mad tone. Like
Yeah, because you never sound excited about everything, like about anything.
yeah, that's a big issue with me. Like even my sister was like, Gael, why are you never excited about anything?
That's funny.
No, but like you're a lot worse whenever like you're talking to your sister. Like I would be at the dinner table.
Oh,
and then,
yeah.
So mean.
and then she
Really?
would like be really. Like, she's always so like excited and like has so much energy and like I don't know.
Opposite of you guys.
She's just like so
Yeah.
cute, but like she would like be talking to you and you would just be like,
Mm.
you would not smile. You wouldn't. You wouldn't even respond to her.
I
I'm just
respond to
kidding.
her.
You
What?
would you would respond to her, but like
I don't.
you clearly do not. You're not interested in whatever she's saying.
I am though. That's the issue. Like I am, but it just doesn't come across like that.
Yeah.
You should just
Maybe
put
you
a
should,
little
maybe you
more
should try telling your
effort.
sister that, because I feel like maybe that can affect her.
Yeah, I thought so. I've
'Cause
been thinking
she
about
probably
that.
looks up to you like you're
Mhm.
her older brother.
Yeah.
So
I forget you have a younger sibling.
yeah, me too.
Like you, I don't see you as like an older brother.
Mm.
Like honestly,
That's
Mhm.
true.
yeah.
Yeah. I always like think about that too. I was like, dang. I don't know. Like I'm excited, but like when I'm at home, I'm always like, usually pretty like monotone.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's my issue. Like I always sound so monotone about everything, and like I have to,
Even to your mom.
yeah, I'm usually like pretty just like talking like this in a regular voice, and like that like internally like I'm super like happy and excited about it, but I'm just still like, I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's just hard to give that emotion. You do it naturally. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah.
Like how you always so like jumpy.
It's true. You're always energetic.
Yeah.
You guys sound like. Okay. Never. Okay. Yeah. What?
You're always so energetic, dude. Why can't I be like
Yeah. You guys are energetic too.
that? Well,
Like Haley, you can be energetic.
yeah.
Thank you.
But it's like, for us, it's like, I feel like it's like short bursts.
Yeah.
It's like, suddenly we're energetic, and then I just crush them like,
Oh.
yeah.
Like I can't do it for so long.
Yeah. We're running on limited fuel, Mark. Anyways, do we have time for question time? Can I get a drum roll, please? We do not. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I really wish we did, but you'll have to tune in next week. That's
I
me
am so
sounding
sorry.
super happy and excited. Tune in next week and see if we have time for questions. Anyways, you know what time it is? Announcement time. Anyone got announcements?
I do.
Oh, Mark. Whoa.
Okay.
Surprise.
It's daylight savings on Sunday.
Wait, so what does that mean?
Yeah,
you
what
gotta
is it?
change your time.
Wait, low, higher, like
Do we get an
Early?
hour or less?
So on Sunday, March.
we gain an hour,
Oh wait,
right?
no. So the sun's gonna set later.
March 11.
So what-
I think
so
March 11, 2
does the
a.m.
clock move forward or
We're gonna
backwards?
move the clock forward by 1 hour.
So we lose 1 hour.
I think so.
Oh,
But that means the sun's gonna set later. So we have more like daylight time.
I don't think
You know? Which do you prefer?
I don't know. I don't think, does it make a difference? Isn't it the same time, but we just put a different time on it?
No, we lose an hour,
Oh well.
right?
Yeah.
Please double check.
Wait. Yeah, I'll double check.
This
check real
announcement
quick.
is confusing.
It's at Sunday, March 10.
All right, great.
March 10.
10.
And so tomorrow, no, today's Saturday, right? So yeah, so today, wait,
tomorrow. No, tomorrow. At,
Could we
at-
could we just
tomorrow in the morning.
wait, I don't think this matters because you're gonna be
Okay,
posting this.
just tune in to your local news.
Yes.
No,
let's-
don't.
They're gonna be
Let's
we're gonna be
not.
posting this like after daylight savings.
We're over it.
Hope you're. Oh no, they lose sleep. Oh.
Hope you guys
Wait,
enjoy
what was
the
your question?
daylight
What was your
savings.
question?
Hopefully you enjoyed Mark
no, I don't
confusing
know
all
what
of
I was
us on
Okay.
daylight. Anyone got more announcements?
Oh, the beanies.
Oh yes, Kayla. I'm so glad you asked. Because I hadn't been allowed to talk about the beanies because they didn't want me to. They didn't.
It was for
allow
your
me.
own good.
No.
Yes, it
Now
You
was.
everyone's-
kept promising
Yes, it
dates.
was.
Everyone's asking.
We didn't want to
about
get anybody's
beanies.
hopes up
Yeah,
It's
after doing
currently
it so many times.
March 9th. Hopefully by the end of this month.
Let me
Hey,
get.
let's go.
Only by the end of this month. You said
Alright.
that for the last 4 months.
It's in production. All that's left is to finish production, get the samples, ship the samples out, make the website, and start taking orders. So, okay, maybe next month. And we'll soon, promise. Not for sure.
Careful what you promise.
For sure in the next month. For sure.
Kyle.
Sure? Come on.
Never mind.
Please.
Fine.
You
I
let
won't
them
make
down
promises.
and watch.
Fine. Christmas. We're halfway
The
through
beginning of
year.
next year.
All right. I'm doing my best. Anyways, you know what? Thank you guys for listening wow. Thank you for listening to these episodes. You know, like we said in the beginning of the episode, or I don't know if I'll cut it out. Probably won't. I think it's still good. We want to make a YouTube channel, or we have a YouTube channel, Teenager Therapy. But we want to start making actual videos. So if you have like any things you'd like to see from us, any video ideas that you'd like to see, send us. We have a few. So we're on spring break right now. So hopefully we'll be able to like make at least one video this week. But yeah, follow us on Twitter at Teenager Therapy, on Instagram at Teenager_Therapy, and give us a rating on Apple Podcast if you can. And leave us a nice review because we read all your reviews. So if you want us to read your review or comment, leave it on Apple Podcast and we will 100% read it. For sure. Guaranteed. Or money back. Anyways, that's all for this episode. It was a little longer than usual. Actually, I think it might
How long
be
is it?
our longest episode. It's like a minute 40.
A minute?
A minute?
An hour
So
40.
long. Wow.
A hot minute. Right. So
It's been a hot minute.
yes, we gave you guys another long episode and hopefully you enjoy it. So with that being said, we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.